Hey there, Tad Hargrove from Marketing for Hippies, just going on a walk. And this video I've been wanting to record for a couple of days is about this theme that we think we need to try so hard. I see this so much. Of course, I see it in myself. That there's this immense earnestness that happens in marketing. In a lot of arenas of our life where we think we have to be so put in so much effort, be so earnest, and this shows up in when people are introducing themselves at networking events, a sort of overly earnest presentation. You can see so much effort that they're trying to be so impressive, or people on stage in their closing lines saying something that is just designed to be so incredibly inspirational. You see it in dating, of course, where we try very hard to impress each other and seem cool and seem together, and so this happens all over the place, this efforting, this trying so hard. And I remember I was talking with a dating coach, and he made a point. He was talking to a group of men. He said, you think that women are dating you because you try so hard, and you've read a lot about dating, or you've got your got a good sense of style, and you've invested a lot of that and worked on your self-confidence, or whatever it is. He said, they often date you in spite of that. It's they see that you're trying so hard, and they think, oh, it's so cute, and in spite of that they still go for you. And it's the same in business. People sometimes decide to hire us, or because it's in the face of that. It's in spite of all the trying hard and pushing that we do, and so much of the sales pressure we hear about comes from this trying too hard, this thinking that we need to put in so much effort, that we need to be so stressed and overly keen about it. And the reality, or one reality, is that when we're relaxed, when we're comfortable in our own skin, that actually lands better for people. It's no fun to be around somebody who is hustling so hard for their approval. If you're around somebody and they are needing your approval desperately, you can't relax. And that need for approval could come from a collapsed place of, please love me, and I don't, being very small, and can I just overgive to you until you love me? But it could also come from this kind of posturing place of, I'm so big and important, and respect me, and that it's both the same kind of dynamic, and both of them are coming from this core place of inadequacy and trying to compensate for that. So if you think you're inadequate at the core, you're just going to try really, really hard all the time, and people may still decide to work with you or hire you in spite of the fact that you're compensating. But when you're not compensating anymore, when you're just comfortable with how you are, and here's what I have to offer, and if you like it, here's how you sign up, and if not, that's okay. When you're comfortable with a yes or a no, people relax around you, and then you stop having to pitch things, and you can move into having a conversation. And of course, this is very easy to say and very hard to do, very hard to come to, when there's so much in our culture that tells us that we're fundamentally not enough, or that we need to try so hard, and we need to effort, and it takes a lot of strategy, and we have to figure out the sales tactics to close people because they're indecisive and they won't make a decision on their own. So it takes all of this effort and scheming, and and none of us are immune to this because we're scared we're not gonna be able to pay the bills, or we're scared we're going to be alone the rest of our life. And so we fall prey to all the dating advice, and techniques and tactics, and the marketing advice, the financial advice, when often the reality is the things are very simple. In marketing, it comes down to building a good reputation, and maybe in dating a similar thing. But in finances, it's not so complicated. You put some money aside regularly, you save, keep track of your budget. Well, with health, it's simple stuff. What do you eat? When do you eat? How do you eat it? But I think when we're vulnerable, when we're scared, when we don't feel enough, we're very vulnerable to the complex pitches, or the pitches of complexity, I should say. That yes, you have to do this very ornate series of steps. You have to use all these techniques from the front of the room to close people and convince people in ways that they won't even notice. Which speaks to the shame we have about even doing any marketing, because we feel like we need to hide it. And in dating, all the pickup and dating techniques that come from the shame of the feeling that we need to hide it. We can't just talk about these things directly, and so again, it's very easy to comment on this stuff, but I suppose this is a lot of the core wounds of modern culture. Feeling not enough, feeling scared. Remember Byron Katie talking about the two main fears that humans have. One is the fear that we won't get what we want, and the second is the fear that we'll lose what we have. And it's very easy to fall prey to pitches about those that are promising, if you just use these techniques and try hard enough with them, then you'll absolutely get what you want, and you absolutely will not lose what you have. But of course you can't make those promises. Those aren't real promises. But and in health, of course, this shows up. Oh, you have this disease. Well, if you do these techniques, you will absolutely regain your health, and you will absolutely not lose your life, or further health, or whatever it is. And so we're just scared, I think. And it's all understandable. And of course, this lifts up an immense responsibility to realize the people we're marketing to are scared too, and that we don't take advantage of that, because that's very easy to do too. That instinct, boy, it's in all of us in different places. So anyways, all this to say, it's not so complex, it's not so hard. There's a lot of simple things that we just need to do over time. And at least that's what I resonate with. And I think people resonate more with this simple, steady, slow approach, the slow marketing, the building a reputation over time. So I think that's all I have to say. I'll probably start repeating myself. I hope this is of some use. Open to any questions or comments you have. You can put them below. Take care.